Well, Coach, I think there are 2 matches today that ended with you jumping for joy right afterwards. I guess that's, not something you get every day, I'm guessing, as a coach.
Yeah, big time performances by those guys. This is what we train for all year, and it's a hard path to get to the finals, and probably Bryce wrestling one of the hottest guys in the country right now, and has been on a roll. So it was very unexpected how the match played out, but it's obviously very special to be putting on a suit Saturday night and sitting in one of your guys' corner. So that's definitely an emotional high, and we just want to make it even go to that next step tomorrow. I was gonna say something. That wasn't gonna sound right if I said we want to go higher. Yeah, we want to go higher. We don't want to be higher, but. Anyway, it's a lot of emotion, and you want to come out tomorrow night and represent, and I think it's special for our state, our university. We got to experience it a couple of years ago, and really, it's one of those once-in-a-lifetime things. Even though it might happen more than once in a lifetime, it feels like a once-in-a-lifetime thing. So. Can't be more excited for him, and then obviously looking at the future of the program, having a freshman come through and be an All-American, and that's what we've been talking about for the last couple of days. If you want to do that, you're gonna have to beat somebody you're not supposed to. It came down to that. I got to go beat the number 5 guy in the country, and Montori went out there and wrestled great. Even though he just dropped a match, man, I love what he represented right there. Going down swinging and fighting tooth and nail for everything, and made a couple little bit of maybe sloppy mistakes, but seriously, very proud of what he did today, and he's wrestling on Saturday. That's what it's about.
I know against Seth, the last few seconds there, he made it pretty exciting. It seemed like kind of from that moment on all day, he was just almost a different wrestler, like really aggressive out there. Was that?
Yeah, he had his hands full and stayed competitive in the match, and then at the last couple seconds he went for it. And again, that's you want to do that. I don't want to go down and losing a match, getting squeezed in a front headlock. I want to go down swinging. I want to go down and trying something. So hats off to him there of continuing the fight to the last second. That's what we teach. And that's the kind of fight that can get you there. That's why he's here. That's why he's wrestling Saturday. And so it was really very special. Those things happen within a few minutes of each other, maybe 20 minutes of each other, and so you have a roller coaster for 3 days. Every coach here is experiencing a roller coaster. Nobody just stays at the top, but to have that burst and have those great performances right there was it was overwhelming to me. It was awesome.
I know Bryce all year has talked about, he's had some kind of close wins, and he said, I'm sure I'd rather win with Tech Falls, but short, those close matches are what's going to eventually put me over the top. Is that, is that kind of this paying off now when he is able to get back to the finals with a 1-0 match like that?
It's part of the sport, you have to learn to win close ones. You have to learn to win in overtime. And we talked about it before the tournament started. He said, we're going to have to win when we're behind. We're going to have to win overtime matches. You're going to have to find a way to win those 1-point matches. And it's a very, very integral part of the sport. And, you never know when it's going to happen. I would like to see him get a pin. But you're in the NCAA semifinals. It doesn't happen very often, So when you're in that situation, you got to grind and you got to know how to do it, and he knows how to do it. He's figured that out. He's been battle tested and battle proven.
And I mean, he's been kind of thinking about this goal for 3 years. Do you even have to worry about his mindset between now and tomorrow, or do you kind of know what you're going to get with Bryce?
Yeah, I'm not worried about him. We're gonna relax, and we're gonna rest and get up in the morning, come in here and get loosened up a little bit. And from the mental standpoint, he's been there before. That's his advantage. He's been in the NCAA finals. He knows his opponent, and so we're just gonna go out and do what he does. You got to go out and let it happen naturally. You don't try to force something at this point, try to change something up drastically. You just go out and wrestle And you know, we need to stay focused and just stay relaxed and stay rested.
I guess, what do you remember from that first match with Yanni between the two of them?
Just some crazy scrambles, and again, you know, Bryce wasn't protecting his legs, and that's something that made a difference. I mean, you know, he got in some tight situations, but he really did a good job in the semis of protecting his legs, and so that's been the difference this year. You know, he still lets some guys in on his legs when you don't want him to, but overall, he does a much better job of head blocking, changing levels, and even from the beginning of the year, you know, he was a little bit too relaxed with his defense, and so, you know, that's something that he's got to finish his shots and he's got to protect his legs.